One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Houston Cougars, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Utes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Houston Cougars offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football.
Wide open on the right. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Cougars are in the hurry-up. Quarterback will keep it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Got it in the middle at Sanford. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job on it.
They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars!
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
So the Utah Utes offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. He lets one fly deep. It's caught. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on second down. Looking to scramble. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Finds a crease at the 20. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He'll toss it. Touchdown, Cougars. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the option play, the quarterback basically blocks the edge defender. So you watch the edge defender comes to him, and he commits to him, and then he pitches the ball to the running back, and the running back can do his thing, running the football all the way to the house. But it's basically a block from the quarterback on the defensive play.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He tries to take the top off. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
The Utes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He'll keep it himself. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Now the lead is down to 11.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Young. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picks up the first down. Turning on the Jets. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. North Carolina is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Chapel Hill. They're trailing by 14 to Louisville. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. They'll go to the ground. Makes his man miss. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
To the air on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Parker. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Simmons. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Pressure coming. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front.
He's got it on the left. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete the...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Utah! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards, because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. If you're a defensive lineman and that guard pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that puller, making a play, getting a tackle for a loss.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Rides the back on the option to give. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
And the Cougars are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Sanford. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, a lot of space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Motion from the back. Back to pass on second down. Working that left side now. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down, first down, first down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
Touchdown, Houston. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
And the Utes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Here's a heat. Looking for a big play. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Utes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Makes the grab. It's Thomas.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Oh, they're after him. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On the direct snap, it's Martin. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So
there he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Utes in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Runs through a tackle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Utes are on the move. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The Utes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. And the field goal unit is on the field. They got it. It's blocked. He's going to scoop it up. Right down the gut of the field. The 40. Inside the 30.
What an incredible play. That's the kind of play that can change the game. Not only do they get the block kick, but they scoop it and completely flip the field, and now their offense is knocking on the door.
With the run on first and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Houston. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Off the play fake on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Unleashes it on the run. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Utes send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Sanford. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Pulls and fired complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man. It's Young. And he's brought down after a nice game.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And the pummeling has started.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the tailback. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give. Past the first down marker and still running. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. The short hand. It's Parker. Just leaves him grabbing air as he gets down to the 35.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on the...
Touchdown, Utah! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the option. Now the toss. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Young. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch.
Turning it on. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cougars! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. North Carolina is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Chapel Hill. They're trailing by 16 to Louisville. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
The RPO, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll run this play from the pistol. Single back formation, and they give it to him. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Ready? Right. Single. Here we go.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards rushing for them so far as he closes in on that 1,400-yard mark. This quarterback part of their running game. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the 4th quarter. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff